Super League has been a hot topic surrounding football this week. Banele, it started up with a total of 12 teams. We've seen some teams pull out now, but what's your thoughts on the whole Super League situation?
Firstly, we must never, ever underestimate the power of the fans. The fans are the real owners of their teams. We always say that, and it was proven in the Super League. So there was a lot of opinions around the Super League. One, which was the most popular one, being that the owners of the 12 clubs, they're being greedy. But I think for me, they in a way took this decision not because of greed, because if you look at most of the teams, your Real Madrid and all of that, those teams are in debt, and the reason they wanted something that's it's going to give them money, it's because of the football market. If you look at a Hazard, a Dembele, how much do these guys cost? Some of them cost more than the winning prize of the Champions League. So there is no financial gain in football, and you look at the corruption that's there on your UEFAs and on your FIFAs, there's a lot of corruption. So it's obviously sad being a Real Madrid owner, being a Barcelona owner, you coughing up millions and millions and you're not making profit, whilst someone on UEFA, someone on FIFA is just misusing the money, and you don't know. They just it's a circus in these federations. So in a way, these clubs were forced to take a decision like this.
So where does that leave your Leicester Cities, who won their first league title not so long ago? They're competing for a Champions League spot. Where does it leave your West Hams, your Villarreals, your top teams who aren't Super League status, but they want to be there and perhaps compete at the highest level? Obviously, they've got their bankruptcy issues as well. So where does it leave them?
Yeah, look, firstly, we have to be honest, there is no win-win situation in this. If you're saying, let's keep things how they are, then the big teams will suffer. They will suffer a financial loss, whilst the small teams are right there, they're competing, So if you don't buy big players, like you take the route that Arsenal is taking, saying because there's no financial gain in football, let us not buy your Mbappes and all your big teams. Then you end up ninth, and the fans, they criticize you, Sometimes we've seen, even here in South Africa, you don't want to see some fans now burning stadiums and doing things like that. Yes, it hasn't happened in Europe, but you don't want to be seeing such things. When you're buying players to compete, you end up in a financial loss, whilst the small teams are benefiting. So there is no win-win. And if push comes to shove, where a team like Huesca and Real Madrid, if it means they shouldn't be in the same league because they're not running the same race, then for me, I think it shouldn't be the case. And what's killing football for me, it's having a Bayern Munich that will win 8 leagues in a row, having a Juventus that will win 9 leagues in a row, having a PSG that will win 5, someone will cause an upset, and then they come back, win it 8 times in a row. You see a Bayern Munich right now, 10 points gap, look at Man City, 10 points gap, So for me, I think those are the things that are killing your football. You look at La Liga, it's only 2 teams that are really winning the title. It's head-to-head. If you beat Real Madrid, you're Barcelona, you've got a very good chance of winning the league. That's for me, it's killing football. But if you can have this maybe Super League in a way that these teams don't pull out in their leagues, maybe they play this Super League, maybe the winners of the Champions League end up in the Super League, because the quality, the amount of quality we're going to be watching at Super League. Imagine this week, Liverpool versus Juventus. Tomorrow you've got Barcelona versus Chelsea. There are no bankers there, and it's good for football. But right now, I'd say this current system is not working, and in a way I do understand where the Super League guys come from.
So what I'm trying to understand from what you're saying, Rhonda, you are in support of the Super League, but not at the expense of the Champions League. Is that what you're saying? So you want 3 competitions with the domestic?
If I'm saying it would work better if maybe they can try and find like one solution, which, we have the Super League, but we don't kill the Champions League, where your West Hams and your Everton still play this, and then maybe we say if you were bottom of the Super League, you get relegated to the Champions League, something like that, But something that's going to allow these clubs to still have your Mbappe, still have your Benzema, still have the quality players, at the same time still get profit. But right now, none of these teams are making profits.
As an Arsenal supporter, I'm wondering, where do we fit in with the Europa League? Because you're mentioning the Champions League, you're mentioning the Super League. Where does it leave the Europa League?
Well, it will still be there. Let's take a team like Sheffield. They would love to play in the Europa League. This should still be like.
That's quite a controversial opinion.
This still should be. But if we're being honest, Lanages, these teams are not running the same race. Real Madrid and Huesca, they're definitely not running the same race. And Real Madrid shouldn't suffer financial losses because they are in a league that is Ihuesca. Bayern Munich shouldn't suffer financial loss because they are in a league that has Düsseldorf. You know, if it means these teams, the elite, must play in their own league for them to make profit, then let them play in their own leagues and still continue with the other competitions.
Look, it's something I definitely disagree with, but our listeners can have their view in the comment section. You know, I support, football the way it is. I think it's good for the fans. The 12th man has spoken for me. But Banele obviously sees a different route. If you agree with Banele, if you agree with me, let us know. And don't forget to hit that like button. Banele, until next week.
Sharp.
Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Best branch or news agent.